What's up, everybody? You're watching Farrier TV. I'm here at LAX, headed to Cincinnati, and my flight leaves here in about an hour, so I'll be leaving pretty shortly. But anyway, I just wanted to keep you guys updated. We're gonna take you guys to the International Hoofcare Summit, so stay tuned and keep watching. We're on the flight. And getting ready to leave. It's a full What's going on, everybody? Just landed in Cincinnati. It's about 4:50 in the morning. I left at about 10 o'clock at night from LAX, and pretty tired, but gonna grab my bags and jump straight into some classes, so I'll keep you guys updated. I'm outside of the Duke Energy Center where the International Hoofcare Summit is taking place, and as you can see, if you take a look around, it's pretty cold out here, so bring your cold weather gear, and let's go inside and check it out. So for our first lesson at the beginning of the day, we kind of went over some of the fundamentals of how important it is to make sure that our horses are getting adequate nutrition, and how that's going to help them in the long run with a lot of other issues that they may experience in the future. We went into a little more detail into equine metabolic syndrome, but we didn't really go as deep as I had hoped, but I still think there's a lot of other classes where we're kind of going to go into that. But it's a good refresher to think about making sure that our horses are getting adequate exercise, and that we have them on some sort of schedule or some sort of nutritional plan for them, to make sure that we're keeping up with all the things that they need as far as their carbohydrates and proteins, and not giving them more than they need. But that's all we got so far, and I'll update you on what we have on the next portion of this first day. So we just finished the second part of the International Hoofcare Summit today. This is the very first day, and we went over a little bit of the anatomy, and actually got to see the dissection of the leg, and to see how much the lateral cartilages play a role in actually supporting the bone structure in the leg without any sort of ligaments or tendons, which was really cool. And then the second part, we actually talked about the communication between the farrier and the veterinarian. And it was really cool to see a veterinarian and a farrier working together and kind of mapping out how they communicate with each other, and really talk about being humble and giving credit to each other as professionals, so that you can make a plan to help your client and the patient, which is the horse. So that's the end of the first day. It's been a long day. I'm tired, But you know, it's definitely worth it to come out and see some of this stuff from these professionals. And just because you may not like one thing that's going on or that they're teaching doesn't mean that you're not going to like some of the other stuff. So I highly suggest coming out and learning a little bit. But we're going to continue to show you over the next couple of days some of the things that we learned, or just do a summary of what we learned, so that you can have an idea of what it is that we're going over. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching Farrier TV. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second day of the International Hoofcare Summit. Started off really nice. I feel a lot better and a lot more refreshed from my trip. But we went over 40 tips in 40 minutes. We talked a lot about different business practices and keeping good accounting, and making sure that you're being profitable and you're looking at your expenses. So there was a lot of really good tips this morning. I think that a lot of the notes that I took down are things that I'm going to implement on my own practice, but it's definitely worth coming here and getting some of those things, even if you only take one or two, and applying them to your business. So if you're looking at whether or not you're going to come, it's definitely worth it. Hey everybody, welcome back. So we just finished the class a couple hours ago, the second class, and I was really impressed by the guy that went up there and was talking about the rotational deformities and learning a lot more about the geometry of the foot, and how like the rotations of the bones and stuff affect the way that the horses step, and how we really need to take more of that into consideration and actually do some video and pictures and track our progress. And so that class really was one of the ones for me that makes this whole clinic worth it, because you have people that are at such a high level coming in to teach you things that are going to help you progress in your journey. So if you get an opportunity to come again, like, this is definitely worth it. I know it takes a considerable amount of time and some resources and everything to get here and be here, but it's worth it if you want to become better and have better practice. Hey everybody, it's the end of the Hoofcare Summit, and I can without a doubt say that this was the best idea to make the time to come here. And if any of you guys have thought about coming to the Hoofcare Summit in Cincinnati, all I can say is make the time for it, save up the money for it, and don't cut yourself short by just pushing it off, because you never know. Coming here and learning from these people, the veterinarians and the farriers at the highest level, and covering some of the biomechanics and the diseases and the business practices may change your perception on how you do things in your business. And just by one summit, you may jump or leap 10 years forward in your business, because you change your practices and how you think about things, or the type of customers that you want to go after. You know, farriers only have a short time before their body really starts to feel some of the effects working underneath horses, and so it's pretty important to try and get your business right from the very beginning. And if you're a beginner, I highly suggest going and just, no matter what you have to do, work extra, you know, mow some lawns, whatever you have to do to make extra, a little bit of cash, and save up that money and go, because
you may really jump really far ahead of everybody else in the way that you think and the things that you learn. But you know, all I have to say about it is really good things. And you know, I really enjoyed the people that they had there, and I'm definitely going again next year. So if you're interested in going to the Hoofcare Summit, or you've thought about it and said, well, you know, I'm kind of pushing it off, don't push it off anymore. I really think that it's really going to advance the people that go, you know, for years ahead of where they are now. Because some of the stuff, there is no other place that you're going to learn it. You know, there might be rare instances where you learn some of that information. And, you know, if it takes you 10 years to learn it, or you could learn it in 1 year, and you could start applying it that very first year, and you can rethink how you do your entire business, you know, you're becoming more efficient. And that's what this is all about, because you only have so many years. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed everything, and it's time for me to get ready to go home. And I'm excited to go home and really apply these practices that I learned. So I hope that you enjoyed the show, and thank you for watching Farrier TV.